If you're the delivery mechanism or you're the face of the organization, they're less likely to tell you in-depth information because they don't want to upset the relationship. So where do you go? Where do you find this information? Where do you start to map out the steps, the pains, the process that our buyers go through?
It depends on your business, right? So if you have an established business, established brand, established customer base, that's where you start. Okay. You want to go back to them and ask them questions. Get a survey. Oh, I got 100 customers. Only 10 of them will respond. Guess what? That's 10 more responses than you had when you started. Take them.
Yep.
Okay. Take them. So you start there if you're an established brand. If you're a younger brand and you're not as established, then you actually have to go out to the world and find out the answer. So here's one of the things that we did, and real talk of what we did. So about 3 years ago, we started this transition in the agency to becoming video first, and video first being our brand new flagship kind of offer. We're going to do video for you first. This is coming from being written first content that we were producing for you. Well, guess what? We actually didn't know that much about video, and we also didn't know what people wanted. We just knew that the market was moving towards video, and we didn't know how to actually help the customers get there. So what we did is we went out and we created, we spent money on it, so you're going to spend some money, y'all. We created a Facebook group, and then we went out and found business owners and invited them into the group and just had conversations with real people and ask them questions. And over about 6, 8, 9 months of interviewing several hundred people in this group, of asking questions and getting responses, so on and so forth, we started to understand where their pain points around marketing and video content were. And then we could then create our offer and our content to match that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good research, right? It's research from potential buyers. I would add a couple of things if I could to
please.
Process, because I think that you hit the first one you said was 100% talk to your customers. And I would even advocate, don't send a survey, have a conversation.
Yeah.
And even better, you shouldn't have a conversation. If you're the delivery mechanism or you're the face of the organization, they're less likely to tell you in-depth information because they don't want to upset the relationship. So have somebody else help you with that process, right? A third-party, unbiased, even confidential interview can gather so much more information than if I went to my customer directly and said, how am I doing? They may love me as a person and say, Dean, yeah, you're great. You're not going to get usable information some of the time. So anyway, so I'd say customer interviews is hugely important. Yes. Getting market feedback like you described is good. Another way to do it is find LinkedIn events where people are speaking about the topic that you want to be an expert in. And you're there not necessarily to listen to the presentation, while that may be interesting. You're there to listen to the audience's questions.
Yes.
Because the questions reveal pain. When they're asking that speaker, what about this and how about that? That's what you want to learn from. So look at LinkedIn events. That's another great way to go to get that kind of feedback. The other component with the buyer's journey that I think is important to touch on is this emotional transition, right? We talked about the emotional process. And if we understand the before emotion and the after emotion, once they've solved the problem, we can really align our messaging. And one of the things that we've been doing recently is using ChatGPT, right?
That's right.
And if you don't have a customer base, think about your ideal client. Think about what are the top 3 books they would read by well-known experts in the field. Go to Amazon, grab some book reviews, right? 10, 20 book reviews, drop them in ChatGPT and have it analyze those reviews about the current state, the before state, the after state, what they went through, what problems were they trying to solve. It'll crunch that data for you like crazy. And that will also give you some more insight.